All right, so we're going to work on calculating the surface area of a cylinder. First, what is surface area? Well, the surface area is what it takes to coat the outside of the shape, in this case, a cylinder. We want to completely cover it, whether it be in paint or paper of some sort, or a rug or a carpet or something like that. But we want to coat the outside. We're not filling it up, we're coating the outside. So it's area. So in this case, it's feet. So we know that the result is going to be in feet squared. Okay, so it's going to be in feet squared. So we need to pay attention to that. So I want you to think about, what is a cylinder? Let's go back to when we're just kind of playing around and I have this piece of paper. That's a rectangle. And what's the area of a rectangle? Well, we often say that the area of a rectangle is base times height. Base times height. So the area is base times height. Now, imagine we take that piece of paper and we roll it up into a tube. Okay, so we roll it up into a tube. We've all done that before. Oftentimes take a newspaper to roll it up to swing at a fly or something, right? But if we do it carefully, and we would have the two edges would come together like this. But we can make a tube out of a piece of paper. Now, would the outside area of that change? Well, no, it's the same piece of paper. So I'm going to have the same height, so that's a nice to know. That number, or that calculation won't change. Now, what about the base? Well, the base, went from being the straight line to now it's going around the outside of the circle. And the distance around a circle is circumference. So this base then becomes the circumference of a circle. And what is the equation for circumference of a circle? It is pi times diameter, or we can say 2 pi r, 2 times pi times radius, because radius times 2 is diameter. So that's going to give me the outside piece. That's going to give me, so if I calculate this, it'd be circumference, because we're saying that this is equal to the circumference, times the height. So then the area of the outside, and if we look at this actual piece over here, our little cylinder laying on its side, we're going to be calculating this, the outside of it. So that equation then, for the area of the outside, is going to be pi times diameter times the height. Okay, in this case, we're saying that this 9 is the height, because we're saying that the cylinder is rolled over on its side. If we stand it straight up, then we would have that 9 as height. So that's going to be the area of the outside piece. But I'm missing something. What am I missing? Well, I'm missing this circle here, the top, and then the circle which is on the bottom. I have 2 of them. Okay, so I'm missing 2 circles of area. What is the equation of a circle for area? So the area of a circle is pi r squared. Now, it's important to know what information am I given. So look at my cylinder. Notice I've got an X there at the center, and then the dot goes all the way to the outside, so it's only half. So this 3 is the radius. So I have my radius, which is 3. Now, if it was going all the way across, if I had something like this, and it was dot, 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 and then it said 8, let's say, then this would be my diameter, because the dots go all the way across. In our problem, we see that the dots go halfway across, so that's my radius, which means my diameter is 2 times my radius, which is 2 times 3, which is 6. Okay, and this is feet, so I have 3 feet for my radius. I have 6 feet for my diameter. So I can calculate the area of that circle. I'm given that r. I've got 2 of them. So the area of one circle is going to be 3.14 times the radius squared. This is 3.14 times 9. I can use a calculator here. So 9 times 3.14 gives me 28.26. Now, remember, that's only one circle, and I need the other circle. I've got top and bottom or left and right, however you want to think about it. So I have the surface area. I'm going to have two of those. So let's write our equation now for surface area. So surface area, I'm going to have 2 times those circles. So 2 times pi r squared, plus I'm going to have my pi times d times height, because again, this is my circumference around the circle, and then I have to multiply that times the height in order to get the full area of the side, the outside. So I have the 2 circles, I have the outside wrapping, and that's going to be my equation for surface area. So let's plug in what they give us. I have 2 times 3.14 times my radius squared, which we already said was 3, so this is 3 squared, plus my pi, which is 3.14. My diameter is 6. We said it was here. Our diameter is 6 because the radius is 3. And my height is going to be 9. And remember what we said up here, it's feet squared. I have 3 feet times 3 feet, that's 9 feet squared there. And then 2 and the 3.14 do not have units. And then the 9 is feet, and the 6 is feet, and it's feet times feet, which again is feet squared. So we're going to go 2 times 3.14 times 9, which gives me 56.52. That's going to be the 2 circles, 56.52. And now I have 3.14 times 6 times 9, which is 169.56. And I need to add these two together. And that gives me 226.08. And this is feet squared. Now, sometimes we talk about rounding and things like that. What does the question ask me? Up here, do not do any rounding. We don't do any rounding. So my answer is done. The surface area of this cylinder is 226.08. We took the area of the outside, and then we took the area of the circle, and this we had to multiply by 2. Because we have a left and right in this case, or if it was standing upright, we'd have a top and a bottom. So we have to multiply that by 2. And we see we did that here, which gave us the 56.52. And then this is going to be the outside, the 169.56, for a total surface area of 226.08.